Welcome to the C3 community, an online platform for SSP members to connect, communicate, and collaborate with your peers. This platform serves several purposes for the society and houses several types of communities. The Member Exchange is a private, secure community for SSP members to share ideas, ask questions, lend expertise, and network with peers. The community features a discussion forum as well as a library for sharing documents, resources, links, and more. Now, you can interact with SSP members around the world whenever and wherever you need to. You'll have instant access to the many experts that make up SSP's membership. The more you participate, the stronger our community will be. All employees of organizational members, regardless if they are the named representatives for the organization, are eligible to participate in the Member Exchange community. If you don't already have an account on sspnet.org, contact info@sspnet.org to be added to your organization's roster and gain access to the Member Exchange. The Industry Announcements and Events Discussion Group has replaced the SSPL listserv. Announcements of conferences, events, or other resources of broad interest to the community are welcome. This community is open to the public, but users must register on the C3 platform to post messages. In addition to supporting these two discussion groups, C3 also supports SSP's many committees, task forces, and other volunteer groups. Each volunteer group has a community workspace for communicating, collaborating, and sharing resources. Let's take a quick tour around the platform to get you started. You'll access the site at c3.sspnet.org. Log in with your sspnet.org username and password. If you don't know your username or password, use the Forgot Username or Password tool to reset it. If you don't immediately receive a reset email, check your spam or junk mail folder. Once you're logged in, you will be prompted to accept the terms of use. Feel free to look around and familiarize yourself with the site. Check out the FAQ help section as well. On the home page, you should see a section named Latest Discussions. This is a list of the most recent discussions that have taken place in the communities that you have access to. This includes the Member Exchange, industry announcements and events, and any committees or task forces that you are a member of. You can click directly into a discussion to read more. To see the discussion for a particular community, find the Communities tab in the main navigation bar and select My Communities. You should now see a list of all of the communities to which you have access. Select the community and name, and you'll be taken to the dashboard for that group. You should see four things: latest discussion posts, announcements, shared files, and current members. You can use the tabs or the More buttons to drill down into each of these areas. In the Members section, you can see everyone who is a member of the community. You can also search for someone or click on their name and view their profile. You can send them a private message, or add them as a contact, similar to LinkedIn. You can also search for members in the directory. In the discussion section, you can view the latest discussion threads by clicking on the subject, post a new message using the button, or reply to a previous discussion thread, by clicking on the thread subject and using the Reply to Discussion button. There are a couple features in discussions that you might find helpful. The first is the ability to mention or tag someone in your message. You can do this by typing the @ symbol and then begin typing their name. A list of names will pop up as you type. Select the correct one and continue with your message. The person you mention will receive a notification that you've mentioned them. The second feature is hashtags. Like with social media, you can create hashtags to classify your posts. You can search on hashtags within the platform as well. You can use hashtags to classify a thread by topic. For example, peer review, metadata, ethics, etc. When adding a hashtag, start with the pound symbol and begin typing your hashtag. If a hashtag has already been used, it will pop up as you type. If you're the first one to create a hashtag, after you type it, select it from the pop-up box. If you did it correctly, the hashtag will display as a link. If not, it will just display as regular text, and you should try again. Moving to the Library tab, you'll see a list of folders and files for the community. To open an item, click on the item name and then click on the View button. Anytime someone attaches something to an email or discussion post, it will deposit in the main folder of the library for your community, and the library item name will match the subject of the post. If you want an attachment to be placed in a specific folder where it's easy to find, or to be named something other than the subject of your post, you'll need to go into the library item and edit its name or location. Or if you start your discussion post from within the platform, you can name the file whatever you want and specify which folder it will be posted in immediately after uploading the attachment. One of the first things you are going to want to do is edit your profile. Because C3 is integrated with our membership database, most of your basic contact details should already be in the system. If they are not correct, go ahead and fix them now. You can also add a bit more about yourself, including a photo, which we highly recommend. It's always good to put a face with a name. For basic contact details, you'll be redirected to the SSP site and changes will be reflected within a few hours. Everything else should reflect immediately. You can also populate your profile by connecting to your LinkedIn account. You can determine how much info you want to share on C3. Click on My Account and select Privacy Settings. A few definitions will be helpful here. Public means anyone that accesses C3 can see your information. Members means any SSP member similar to the member directory. Contact means anyone who you have added as a contact within C3, similar to LinkedIn. And Only Me means you can see the information. You can set your email preferences by selecting My Account and Email Preferences. If you want to edit your discussion signature, the identifying information that shows up at the end of each of your posts, you can do that by clicking on My Account and selecting the discussion signature feature. You can set it up to use the variable fields from your contact details or type in whatever you want to display. By default, every day you'll get a daily digest of all new discussion posts and responses within the community. However, in C3 you have several options for how you receive notifications resulting from new discussion posts or emails. You can select what works best for you under My Account and Community Notifications. A few more definitions will be helpful here. Real time means you'll get an email every time someone posts to the discussion group. Daily digest means you'll get an email every weekday morning reporting any activity happening the previous day in that particular community. No email means you will not get any notifications of activity in the discussion group. You'll have to log in to the site to view the discussions. The daily Consolidated Community Digest means you'll get one email every morning reporting any activity happening the previous day in all of the communities that you are a member of. And the weekly Consolidated Community Digest means you'll get one email once a week on a day you specify reporting any activity happening the previous week in all of the communities that you are a member of. And if you use RSS feeds, you can subscribe to discussions that way too. Click on My Account and select RSS feeds. Please take a few minutes to explore the site and update your profile settings. There's more to see than what's described in this brief video. We encourage you to ask a question or start a discussion, and we hope you enjoy this new member benefit.